Welcome to Inside Liverpool. Liverpool will almost certainly feel a transfer move for Harry Kane will be out of their reach this summer, even if they are one of the clubs who can give him what he wants of footballing-wise. But the Reds in particular, transfer chief Michael Edwards will still have close eye on what Kane does this summer, as the impact on Liverpool are clear. If Kane was to link back up with Mauricio Pochettino at PSG, for example, they would become an instant favorite for the Champions League, while a move to either Manchester club will see their odds of winning the Premier League next season significantly shortened. More pressing than that, however, will be the knock-on effect in the summer transfer window that Kane or other similar big player switching club for big money would have. Maybe Harry Kane is opening the door for everyone, said Theo Squires on the latest Agenda podcast from Blood Red. Jurgen Klopp said last week that he struggles to see an Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe and Jadon Sancho making a big money move this year because maybe the money isn't there for a lot of clubs. But all it takes is one big transfer to trigger it across Europe. Say Kane goes and Spurs get a big price. They will have money burning a hole in their pocket and they will need a replacement. COVID-19 has impacted the transfer market, but at this moment, it is unclear exactly to what extent. There is almost certainly going to be a decrease in valuations this summer across Europe, but the first one of those players to move will set the precedent. Almost the opposite effect of when Neymar moved from Barcelona to PSG for around £200 million and prices were inflated. Liverpool would likely not have got £142 million for Philippe Coutinho, without the Neymar deal taking place. For instance, this summer the precedent will be set in how much transfer fees are lowered. Liverpool will almost certainly feel signing Kane from Spurs is unrealistic, but they will still be watching on closely with a high degree in interest. Only once the first big deal is done will Liverpool know what the level is that they should be willing to pay for their own targets. Neymar changed the market and it would probably still be growing now if it hadn't been for the pandemic, Squires added. Liverpool were looking at selling, say, Divock Origi, Harry Wilson and Marco Grujic for £20 million or so, but now they may be looking at £15 million or so, and even then, you don't know if a team will stump up the cash. It will be a case of one big player needing to move and then the rest of the cards will fall. If Kane does leave Tottenham, then it won't be without a fight from Chairman Daniel Levy, who will squeeze everything out of the transfer move financially. But whether it is Kane or someone else, Liverpool must watch closely for the first big move of the summer, because that will set the precedent of the rest.